Hi, Christine Smith here. Thanks for watching this Engaging Heaven video. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe if you love it. When you subscribe, push that notification button so you know when the next one's coming. If you want to support our ministry financially and also get lots of great resources for your walk, go to patreon.com/kingdombuilders. Enjoy the video.
Well, today we have a couple people who are leading the way, and one of them is not on yet. So how about I do this if you guys don't care? Kim is going to be one of the leaders, and so is Myrna, but she has not hopped on yet. But I want to give a short, hopefully short, I just want to give you guys a short introduction about what's happening with the Refresh conference that's next month, okay? Because some of you are like, what are you even talking about, Refresh conference, okay? Some people here went last year. In fact, hey, Christine, are you able to talk right now? Where is she at? I saw her somewhere. Oh, there you are. Christine, are you on and able to talk? I think that might be a no. I know she's also doing a yard sale today at the same time, so she may not be available. Let's see, who else was on, or who else was at the Refresh conference last year? I know Robert was. Most of our locals were. Let's see, I want to see if there's anybody else who's on right now. Let's see. Hey, Robert. Do you want to tell a little bit about maybe your experience? Note, you were a speaker, but besides the speaking part, anything that maybe you gained from the conference would be good.
Okay. Well, first thing I learned when I got there was you don't need to wear shorts when you come to Wichita. It is cold about that time of year, so it was exciting to see everybody. I loved the fellowship. I loved really getting to see people face to face that you had never really met other than online. And it was so powerful. And I really got a lot out of when Camille shared last time about the soul, healing of the soul. And I just received so much. And there were these smaller classes that we did. Some were, simple, like engaging heaven classes. Others were, like healing type, ministry times. There were some specific ministry about the soul, and each one was just so powerful, and everything, it just seemed like it flowed really well. It flowed all together, and it had a theme at the end, and it really impacted my life. It really changed me in a lot of ways. So I'm excited to be there again this year. So I'm really excited. So I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yay. He's going to be one of our guest speakers again. So I'm excited to have him here. All right. And I see there were a few people who were new. Okay. Kim said Christine and Wayne. So the two who are at the source right now, they're here. Are they with you guys? I can't see them. Oh, they're over there. And okay, well, I can't really see. I hope that's a yes. And Joshua, who's also there. So would all of you just, if you don't mind, even if it's just a couple sentences, you don't have to be long-winded, but just give kind of something that you got out of it, your experience.
Yeah, I was like looking at this hot water heater in the basement, and all of us really knowledgeable construction expert guys that fix things, Robert and me and Keaton, we had to pray, and then God told us how to fix the water heater, and Keaton figured it out. I really blew me away was honestly, the humility, the honor, just the intense honor of the community here has just been mind-blowing. And also I would say like coming into the region and just feeling the authority that God granted me as I came in as a son was just on a whole different level, and it made my life a lot better, a lot clearer as my destiny started to unfold. And I just would say, yeah, there's nothing better than real life. So yeah, I had such a good time just hanging out with everybody, and just I mean the simple things, just hanging out in the parking lot with Robert. That was like an incredible experience to me. Seeing Christine smile, watching the kids play. I mean, that's just all this. It just everything was electric and awesome. So.
And it made him move here. He and Christine came from Seattle, and then now they live here, which is so cool. It's nice to have them be a part of our community. Kim's fixing sound, I think, or she's trying because it was a little crazy. You think it's better, Kim?
Maybe is that better?
Nope. Now you can hardly hear you.
Could you repeat the times of the Refresh Conference one more time?
Sure. So Friday, October 23rd, it starts at 7 p.m. If you're looking for the live stream, it's going to be only the general sessions, which is 7 p.m., 9 a.m. Saturday, 7 p.m. Saturday, and then 9 a.m. Sunday. Okay. So they're basically at 9 a.m.
That we might really want to try to get there and maybe stay with our friend if she's available, but I would like to maybe see her instead of just using her house.
Uh-huh.
Is it all day, basically, the conference?
Yes. So Friday, it just starts at 7 p.m. So if you got in early Friday, then you could spend some time. Saturday, it's all day long, besides like meals, but we also have meals here too. So we're hoping to fellowship here.
I would stay for the meals, yes.
Yeah. And then, so we have breakout sessions in the afternoon on Saturday, and those are super valuable. So if you are here, you probably do want to do those. And then, and also, Dottie, I know you know Dr. Frank, he's going to be doing a healing frequencies
I've never met
breakout
him.
session.
I've never met him, actually.
Oh, okay. I thought you had. Well, anyway, he'll be doing one of the breakout sessions. It's going to be awesome. So, so Sunday, here's another thing, guys, I didn't really talk about. If you're going to come here, Sunday ends at noon, except for we also have an opportunity to go to Neodafrata in Wilsey, Kansas. And that's where the amazing, all of these things from Israel have been brought here to Kansas. And I mean, things from the Bible that you would be shocked are real, and they're here. And so anyway, great tour. You'll learn a ton. It's a really, like, I feel like it really drew me closer to Israel, I guess. And also to see some of the things and go, wow, literally there is the manger of Yeshua there, which is one of the most amazing things. We always think that mangers are made out of wood because we see them at all these little Christmas pageants, but that's not true. And so anyway, it's actually this big stone thing where they would feed the sheep and stuff. And so anyway, the literal one that Yeshua was born in is there. And so there's a great opportunity for worship. We also have, if you guys know Kent Henry, he's coming and leading worship the whole time at the Refresh Conference. So anyway, it's going to be a pretty awesome one this year, I think. So
okay, I'm going to talk to Mark about that because my trip to Israel was canceled. And anyway, I'll stop talking so much, but boy, I'm going to check on that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, you guys check it out. It's exciting. Okay. How about, let me see. I'm trying to remember who else we had. Kim, did you guys get stuff figured out over on your side?
Not sure. Can you hear us better?
Yeah, that's way better. Clear.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And apparently we got it fixed. So.
Josh. Hey, Josh, on your phone. Hey, would you come up and tell a little bit about the Refresh Conference?
10/10 would recommend.
10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay. That was the first time he ever came and met us, actually, was at the Refresh Conference. And I was like, oh man, we're going to freak that guy out. I was really thinking that. He's one of us. Christine, hi. Okay, can you share?
Yeah, where do I, what?
It's already unmuted. You're good.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that coming here last year, it was so much fun. The first thing I did was go over to Christine's house and I got my hair colored by Andrea. Totally out of the blue, come over to your house. Oh, hi, Christine. I've never met you, but I'm going to get my hair colored right now. But it was so much fun, and there were so many great people, and I just had a blast. It was great. And everybody, you should get here and go to it.
Yay. Thanks, Christine.
You were right and you were on fire.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh, good. Why can't the breakout rooms be live streamed too? Because we have like a lot of them going on at the same time. And so we're not going to be doing that. They're a lot more intimate setting as well. So some of them will go through kind of, some of them won't be very personal, like the healing frequencies one probably won't be very personal, but then there'll be other ones that are God encounters where they're dealing with some of the deeper things. And so we don't live stream any of that. So only the general sessions will be live streamed. We also don't want to try to go and set up sound and video for every little thing because it's a lot. And so anyway, there's the real deal. Okay. Yeah, so if you can make it here, that thing with Neo Defrauda, it's an extra $20. Unless you pay at the door, it's $25. But that's worth it. Totally worth it. I'd pay 5 times that at least to go see it. It's amazing. So, all right. Well, I think that's all my plug for Refresh Conference. You guys get here, get those tickets, please, so I know how much of everything to order for things, okay? Because it's coming up quick. So if you
I'll share.
Yay. Yes?
I was there. I'll share.
Yeah, you're there. Okay, good.
So it was my first time meeting Christine and all the group that we see right now, some of us and stuff. So it's a great experience to meet everybody up front, hug necks. So the worship was awesome. The food was really awesome. I loved the food that she had there. The experience for my husband on the drive up there, so he's not really much into the engaging and all that, but anyways. So we rented a car. We were traveling from Illinois to Kansas, so that was beautiful in itself. What was really awesome, what my husband got to experience, and it was like a wow moment. So on our drive up there, because he's just an observer of the skies and the trees and the land. So we're driving. He's like, I've never seen the skies like this before. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, the clouds, they're exactly the same on this side and they're exactly the same on this side. And I'm like, wow. To me, I was like, okay, I don't really observe the clouds that much as he did. So we get there and I really never, thought about what he was saying. So then I meet Christine's mom where we're fellowshipping at lunchtime. And so I'm telling her about our wonderful drive over and how beautiful it is in Kansas. The vibe is just really different there. It's really uppity. It's just a really great vibe in that area. And so I'm telling her about our travels over and she goes, that was Jesus having his portals open for you here to get here safely. So that was really cool. My husband really enjoyed the city. So yeah, it's a really great time. And the last day is even super fun. So I'm excited to go again. So yeah.
Yay. I'm so excited. Well, I'm just excited for all the people
Christine?
who are coming. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I had to take a call, so I don't know if, but anyway, I'm back on. Yeah, I was there last year, and it was wonderful. Actually, volunteering, I worked the front desk, so to speak, and because of some limited mobility, I didn't get to some of the breakout sessions, so I kind of chilled, and I wound up with beautiful music playing. I don't know who all set it up, but I just had some amazing revelations and the praise, the worship, the flagging, the wonderful, healthy, wholesome meal, um, encountering and meeting new people and stuff. It just, from start to finish, was excellent. I did have a real clear revelation while I was there, and so the whole power and anointing that was going on was just moving from door to room to room to upstairs to downstairs, and some of the revelation that I received while I was there is already manifesting. And so that was really one of my high points. And there were several speakers that were absolutely excellent. So, yeah, it was great, all in all.
Yay. Thank you, Anwan. I almost said Anwanyu. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I heard that.
And Yanwo, sorry. Okay. I actually do know her. Anyway, okay, great. So I did just have a question come through. Let me tell you, if you are coming to the Refresh conference, you need a place to stay. The best place I would recommend would be the Drury Inn Plaza. So Drury, the Drury Inn Plaza, Broadview. Okay. Yeah, Kim just put it in there. All right. It's real close to the church. And even if weird pandemic, everything shuts down sort of thing happens, it stays open. So you can for sure still be there. Okay. So that's why I would choose that place. There are lots of other places. Everything's open right now. But, you know, I would say just in case, because right before the last one we had planned, everything shut down and everybody's hotels kept canceling. And so I didn't know at that time that there was one that was open all the time. And so we stayed there. It's awesome. So anyway, walking distance from the church, yes. It's probably, yeah, Kim said probably a 10-minute walk. So yeah, you could do that. And it does have an airport, what's it called, shuttle. So if you don't have a car, then you can easily get to there at least. So, and they usually take you anywhere. So even that hotel, they'd probably drive you over here because they have a shuttle that'll take you. So yeah, easy. Okay. All right. Well, we've talked a lot about that. Now let's see. Yeah. And Teresa just said, they do usually have a complimentary hot snack around 5 p.m. Yeah, they have a really great thing there too, where they have free breakfast. They also have it says snack, but it also could be real food. But if you want, like I said, we are catering the meals and we have all healthy meals that were delicious. And so you're welcome to do that too if you'd like. That's for lunch and dinner, not for breakfast or anything like that. Okay. All right. Well, how about now? Do we have Myrna on? I don't know. I can't see. I don't see her. Well, Kimberly, would you like to lead everything?
Sure.
Okay, great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so this week we want to start out again and really engage. So we're flipping it again to where we're engaging on the front end, and then on the back end, we're going to discuss kind of what we've seen, any prophetic words you have for anybody, if you've received anything for anyone. So this time especially, let us focus on our own scrolls. So seeking what's written on our books of destiny, or our destiny scrolls. If you remember, we're still in the days of awe between the Feast of Trumpets and Yom Kippur, which is tomorrow. So during this time, our scrolls are open. So let's seek those. If you happen to also get any information. If you see anything on someone else's scroll, write it down and we'll talk about it afterwards. But we are going to have a silent, engaging time. So just press in. If you have something to take notes and you want to do that, please do that. I know the last time we did this, many people had multiple words for other people. We are going to put on some music, but really let's just take this time to focus in on the Lord, focus on what he has to reveal to us, what he has to release to us, and really partner with that. Sound good? Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Let's do it.
Okay, give me 1 second to get the music on, guys, but go ahead and you can start engaging.
We're going to do about an hour's worth. So it's 2:30 now. At 3:30, we'll wrap it up. Okay.
Hey, if you want to, we could go till maybe 3 or 3:15 and then have the rest of the time to talk about all the things if you'd like. If you want to go till 3:30, oh, looks like Anyanu said she has to hop off then anyway, but we're going to have some time to share too. So it's up to you, Kim, what you want to do, but just give me a cue, okay? You guys all done? Are you guys all done? All right, wake up from the engaging. All right. Well, I'm going to Well, that's interesting. Something strange just happened. Okay, how's that? I'm going to just kind of lead. Kim just asked me to lead the part where we share together because they have multiple people who will go to share. So it's just easier to do that this way. So if you received anything for yourself or someone else about your scrolls or anything, actually, if you'd like, anything that you experienced while you were engaging, I would invite you to share right now. If it's too personal for somebody else, you don't have to share out loud, but if you can share, if it's not something that's, intimate, then please share.
Hi,
Hi, Stephanie.
can I say something?
Sure.
Okay, that's a bit weird. I almost fell asleep like in the trance. But because I'm battling for my best friend's family, here and this heavy stuff going on. The daughter is, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, the daughter is 17 and she's in a cult, satanic cult. And my best friend is drinking and her mom is hysteric. There's a lot going on. So I just saw I fell in a trance and I saw all these things going over the apartment. Like there was I don't know, a portal to, that was not heaven, definitely. Like a portal was open and there were all kinds of demons flying around in the household. Yeah. So God showed the spiritual situation, what's going on in that household.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that he's showing you so you can fight it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Because she doesn't talk to me. I can't get close to her. She pushes me away. So I have to just do it in the spirit.
Yep. Well, that's why the Spirit lets us know things like that. Because there are people who, they don't want to share. And not only do they not want to share, some people just don't even know, don't even understand. And so I'm glad that Holy Spirit's communicating with you like that. It's awesome. Yay. Praise the Lord. All right. Anybody else have anything to share?
I have just a picture that I saw.
Okay.
When I was scrolling through, right when we had hung up or whatever had started, I saw Sharon's name and I just closed my eyes. And that was just, as I went to lie down, and I pictured a boat with almost like a parasol umbrella, but it was striped. And I can't remember whether it was blue and white striped or red and white striped, but it was just peaceful umbrella on top of this boat. So nothing more.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And Sharon, take note. Seek the Lord if you don't know what it means. All right, Shelley, I see you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Let me unmute. What I first saw when we were engaging, instead of how I normally enter in when I'm engaging, it looked like a green tunnel. Wasn't a normal way they enter in. And then I felt like I was floating underwater looking up and the light was so beautiful above it, but I was floating under the water, but I could breathe. Very relaxing. Then I saw this old flute being played, like a wooden, long wooden flute being played, I think by an angel. And then I saw this beautiful lady, many layers to her dress, just dancing to this flute. And then I saw this very old throne. I was actually asking the Lord, can I see my throne? Can I see my throne, Lord? Very old throne, Then I was looking at this door. I kept thinking ancient door, ancient door. And I was asking, should I walk through the door, Lord? Why am I looking at this door? And then I saw Jesus come out and he picked me up. He said, come on, beloved. And he took me through the door. And when we went through that door, I saw this tree, this huge tree. It looked like the tree was alive. And I really thought it was the tree of good and evil, is what I thought. And then I saw angels lined up with drums, beating drums, like the battle cannons that I can feel. And then I didn't see anything else, but that's what I saw.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Anybody else see anything that they can share?
Can I go next? Okay. So when I first pressed in, I was trying to ask to see my scroll, just more stuff that was on it. And he was not having that. He had something else for me. And what happened is, I think you guys all know that I've been on this whole journey for quite a while about oneness with the Lord. And what he did is he took me and had me practice this new way of entering into him as one. And it was with my breath, and it was every breath in, I was uniting and coming into one with Jesus. And then we came into one with Yahweh. And then on the breath out, it came out. However, then he had me practicing this so that then even when I breathed out, I would just stay completely one with both of them. That was just a personal thing that he was doing with me. But I did get a few words for some other people. They're mostly kind of similar, and I'm not sure why the Lord was speaking this, maybe because of the time of year it is. But for Robert, I saw over you that this is the year of freedom for you. And he said, this is freedom like you've never known before. And I even get the impression that maybe like you've never even imagined before. Joshua, for you, I saw the Lord say, this is the golden year for you. This is massive increase of all things, extravagant advancement. And he especially highlighted the word value over you. For Andrea and Dan, I thought at first, I was like, no, this must be separate, but no, it was one. He said, this is the year of breaking open. He's going to be unlocking the depths for you. He's going to be breaking open the hidden things, breaking open of revelation for you, breaking open of creativity and purpose for you guys. And then I got one other word, and first I got it for Becky, and then I got it for Rebecca, and then I realized that it was actually for lots of people. So if this is for you, then just grab onto it. He said this is a year of coronation. This is a realization of position as royalty. He had me look up the definition of coronation, and it's simply the ceremony of crowning a sovereign or a sovereign's consort. So if that's for you, just grab that and press in with the Lord about that. Okay.
Thank you, Kim.
Welcome.
And Susan, I heard, was waving her hands, trying to get my attention, and I didn't see, gets on spotlight. So go ahead, Susan.
Okay, I'd like to share, and so I was pressing in about my destiny, like my destiny scroll, And so in the air, I kind of saw my destiny scroll. It was like a scroll in the air. And then I've never seen it before. I've never seen anything on it. And so then I was, it kind of opened sort of, and I saw the word river, and I saw the word fire. And then the sense I got was that I'm to be a carrier of the river of fire.
Wow.
Does that make sense, or
Yes.
does
That's
it?
awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to get more understanding from the Lord about that. But yeah. So.
Awesome. Thank you. I get excited because I carry fire. And that's pretty cool. Hey, Dale, are you wanting to talk or are you unmuted by accident? Who knows?
Oh, did I unmute by accident?
You sure did.
I saw like multiple volumes,
Mm-hmm.
and I took the second volume, and I saw lots of people coming in around my projects and such. People coming in, like a lot of people.
Wow.
So, which is like we're already starting to see people come around it. So that was kind of fun.
That's awesome. Yay. Cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. All
Thank
right.
you.
I see also Anne Marie just said something, and she said large room, marble shelving, large tables, corridors with more side alcoves, angels and men in white linen everywhere. Angels put books and scrolls on tables. Our books of life were open. Jesus put his hand on them. They glowed, and flames burnt negatives. Precious gems and metals were left on pages. Scrolls were overlaid on them, filled them into beautiful, ornate books. Wow. That's awesome. I don't get to see things like that, so that's pretty cool. Yay. All right. Anybody else have anything to share?
I do.
Robert, go ahead.
Okay. For myself, I did see a season of something new, just a new season with all kinds of, just new experiences, new things. I felt like they were very specific toward destiny and, the plans that he has for me. For other people, I saw Laurel. I saw Laurel, and I believe her husband's name is Al. I saw that they were coming into a new season of something that God has destiny for both of them working together in something. And I feel like it's something that they've not seen yet. I know that he's part of some stuff that he does. I've seen online, but I see something new coming for them. Something that God has ordained and planned for them, and I see the function of it. Like a complementing of each other. In what God does and stuff. So I just saw that. So I wanted to tell her that. Also, Wayne, I have seen with Wayne, I see like a foundation being built, like when you have a high rise that's being built, there's a lot of foundation that's being built, but I see this huge foundation being built for him right now. And there's something that God is getting ready to start to show, the building of a high rise, the building of something huge. And he's putting the foundation down for him now. And I just see that God's establishing him and putting him into a place where he's supposed to go. Also, Christine Allen, I just see something like God just prospering you in an area of business, and I see you prospering and something that you've been working on for a while, and to see a huge prospering for you. So that's what one of the things that I saw. So I think that's it for right now. If I see anything else, I'll let you know.
Thanks, Robert. Laurel said, woohoo! Thank you for being the messenger, Robert.
All right.
Christine,
So,
you see.
anyways, I just didn't want to interrupt anybody. I didn't share this last week with the video group, but last week I had a pretty hardcore spiritual attack that led to physical effects. And it leading to God revealing to me a witch doctor who is spiritually attacking me, and me fighting him off. Had him run scared. But the point is this week I had distraction, but it was nowhere near. It wasn't in the same aspect as last week. This week it was, I guess, being on spiritual security for everyone, specifically here in this building, but also some people I don't know names or whatever. I just don't specifically knew if I saw anybody's in the spirit, but just making sure everything, there was no sneak attacks, if you will. There wasn't anything happening while we were all just focusing in and not being focusing on nothing else except for Jesus. So with that said, make sure your armor's there's no gaps in your armor. Make sure it's in good condition for the times to come. That's it.
Thanks, Dan. All right. Anyone else have anything that they can share? Sandra, go ahead.
I think it was Shelley that shared her experience, and I think, well, I know if it was her that shared that she felt that she was floating, I felt the same thing, that I was floating, that we were all floating through space and time. It was outside of time, actually. And then we were underwater. And then we looked up, and there was a burst, like a star burst, and Jesus's face was in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's so cool. Thank you, Sandra.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else?
I got one. I found it odd because, like, before the meeting, I just heard God calling us as royals, and I got the impression he gave me a lot of personal stuff, but then he just started releasing like a list of royal inheritance and the fullness in every area of businesses, birth fully mature, and just what a king and a kingdom would have. And I just felt like the royalty is like for a lot of people in this group and a lot of people around us, that God's just revealing the royal bride and the priestly and the kingly royalty inside of us. And I just really felt it strong. It's a lot of people. I could just hear God, we're his royalty.
Awesome. Thanks, Wayne.
I do remember something now, something else. What I saw the entire group. God unveiling the scrolls for the Engaging Heaven mentoring group, and I saw it going to a different level. like a different level of engaging, also a different level with very direct purpose. And I see lots of results happening through this group. I feel like that God is, it's just not a group just to be formed. I think it really has a destiny, it has a plan, and in that, I think there's going to be relationships that will grow and become stronger in this group, and I think there's going to be. I also think that there'll be some uh, chances to allow the enemy to attack, relationships. But I think that God will use wisdom, give us wisdom how to stand and, to not allow those attacks to take form, but I just see that there's something that's a purpose coming for this group, not just a meeting, so we can just meet. I think there's destiny, there's plans for this group.
Yay. We were just discussing this. Good. Okay, I saw a couple other people. Becky, you want to go?
Yeah, I just had I feel it's a word of encouragement. But this morning we had a young man that gave a little short testimony at church, and he said that he had been asked by our pastor to come be the youth leader. And that was like 3 months ago. And he really, his first thought was no way. But, well, I don't know how to explain this but anyway, what he said was that in the 3 months since then, God has just done a tremendous amount of healing in him. And so what the Lord said to me, he says, I'm preparing my end time warriors. Now is the time for breakthrough. And so people, because Christine and I have talked about it, I just felt like I've been stuck, for years. I have been pursuing healing for myself and to get things inside of me that just weren't right. And now's the time he's doing that. I'm talking to people all over the place that are getting healed and delivered and set free from stuff that they have been working on for decades maybe and have just been stuck. But he's saying now's that time when we're going to get those breakthroughs.
Yes. No more time being stuck. I feel like that's what the Lord is saying to us. Quit focusing on your crud and let's get through it. Yeah. Yeah. See, Kim gave a hearty amen with her fist. Okay. Okay. Christine Arvizu, I saw that you were unmuting. You want to go ahead?
Yes. Well, I just want to share. I'll share about an experience I was having that I haven't felt before as I was engaging. Let me see if I can explain it. It was like coming in and going out and coming in and going out, and almost like exiting doors and going in another door. But different, like I don't know, I want to say sphere, or it was just something I haven't experienced when I'm engaging. So it's pretty cool going through something invisible, but when you enter it, it just was a different feeling, and then going back in. So anyways, that was pretty exciting. So
cool.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes. All right. And I saw Linda. You want to unmute?
Okay, I had a lot of trouble focusing, and like usual, God knew that was going to happen. So he told me something earlier today. And so I woke up and I was actually thinking about the power mountain that you had referred to. And I've heard you say that multiple times. And I was like, okay, well, I know I have certain mountains, but God, what other kind of mountains do I have? And he says, you have a communications mountain. So I was pressing in to ask more about that, but it's not my time to know right this second. We're gonna develop that more. But I also saw a blue light just if you guys know what that is about, is that sometimes these blue lights are released, and then therefore, how do I even describe it? It's like the blue light is released so that those that are in tune with that blue light will see it. And so I don't know what that's about either at this moment, but I saw that blue light. And this also sounds bizarre, but God gave me Facebook as a ministry years and years ago, and it started out with just posting scripture, and I still do that a lot. But God had me post all of the sons of the living God, arise and step into your position. So he had me post that. And we're talking about royalty. A lot of people were talking about royalty. I did see that a golden crown was placed on my head. So that's all I got.
Yay, thank you. Laurel, go ahead.
Hi. He's been reminding me of things written on my scroll for the last few days.
Can you speak up just a bit?
How's that? Is that any better?
Yes, better.
Okay, thank you. I've got earbuds.
We'd love to see your face.
Oh, you're such a brat.
I like her.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
So he reminded me of a few things that I've kind of put aside recently because I was tired and I just felt overwhelmed. And so he's bringing me back to them. Being a gatekeeper again, writing a book. And this time, the first thing he said right out of the gate was counselor, and he brought somebody to mind. But he talked to me about how you can have intimacy with people, yet with boundaries. This is not the easy thing, especially if you minister to a lot of people. The needs are great. How do you do this? You know, I appreciate it. If anybody wants to pray for me about that, I can really use it. I saw a scroll. The inner part was still tightly closed. It was tightly wound. The outer pages need to be removed. Some of it's from trauma. Some of it's stuff the enemy wrote on my scroll. It needs to be removed, and the inner part released and unfolded. And I got the impression of like a rose petal as it's unfolding.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he said something about so that there's nothing to hide. This is really important, you know, and Yeshua said, the enemy has nothing on me. And I need to allow God to do that with me so that there's nothing to hide and the enemy has nothing on me. He talked about obstacles that there are here. And then he brought to mind the preamble of the United States Constitution. So I looked it up and I declared it. So that's part of my scroll, part of my calling is to stand for the United States and stand on the Constitution.
Cool.
So yeah, thanks,
you, Laurel.
Thank you.
Shelley just said, wow, that is what was written on my wall. I remember her saying that. Awesome. Andrea.
Hi. Okay, so when Linda was talking about Arise, I got really excited because for those of you who are in the room and know me, the artwork that the Lord has been calling me to do, it simply is Arise. Like Arise in His light has been something that has been spoken over me. I got a light bulb tattooed on my arm because of it. You know, it's just God's light is my thing. So that was really exciting. And then every time somebody talked about being submerged in the water, being able to breathe and looking up and seeing a light, I was just like, yes, he's reclaiming the water. Like finally, other people are seeing this too. It's not just me. Because he gave me this kind of vision of these shooting lights just coming right out of the water, and this just really powerful beam. And every time that there's this beam of light, it's another person that's reclaimed for the Lord and has helped reclaim the water. And I mean, if you think about the world, it's majority water, right? And so it's just really exciting that people are coming to have their authority. They're getting their royalty just gained, and stepping into the authority that God has given them. Another thing that because I was going in and out of just like being able to focus, like Linda was saying, I had a baby on my lap and he was not always cooperating. But this morning, I couldn't sleep for a while, took some allergy medicine because my allergy has been awful, fell asleep and slept until like 11:30. And the whole time I felt like I was praying and trying to work against whatever the evil side of things is doing. And then I woke up and it was storming. And so I was trying to like reclaim the weather for the Lord, and fight against anything that's kind of going on locally, at least in my household. And so that was kind of aligning with like standing in authority and all that. And then what was the last thing? Oh, with all of this Corona stuff that's been going on, you know, there's a power in touch and healing, and just like, I don't know, I can't describe it, just like the zing that you can feel with other people through touch. And so, you know, it was just kind of revealed that when we are not able to touch others, it's easier for those who would be hurt by our love, because it's kind of like the love bomb thing, where you touch them, they can feel God's love. And if they don't know that love, it actually hurts them and it confuses them. And so with a lot of people being like, sorry, can't touch you, it's actually making it worse for them. And so I just encourage everybody, not necessarily like go around and touch people. That's not what I'm saying, but to kind of release just God's love in the spirit everywhere you go. Even if you can't touch somebody, you can still touch their spirit. And that's highly, highly important. So just kind of that friendly reminder to just send love out into the world.
Thank you, Andrea. I feel like you just spoke my whole heart.
There's one more thing that the Lord reminded me of, that all of us here and all of us on Zoom, all of us that are sons of the living God, none of this was an accident. None of this was a surprise. God knew this from before everything, who he would need, who they are, what they do, how they interact as a body. He knows all of that. So I just wanted to share that reminder that he gave me, that none of this is an accident. We are all built to work together in his love towards his purpose. So that is all.
Thanks, Linda. Rensha.
Hi. Yeah, I had lots, but I'm just going to share a few. I was first walked with Yeshua, I guess on the Sea of Glass, and then he took me to a room where I was coronated. I was given a new silver crown, but there was pink stones in it, and given a new silver sword and a silver scepter. given a new mantle, a pink mantle. It was see-through, shiny material, and I was given silver boots. So that was the first. Then I was in the library room, and the angel brought my scroll, and he was saying, calling me scroll writer. So that's another new one for me. And he said, "You're writing beautiful destinies for people." So that was kind of a shock, but interesting. And then an angel came, and then he calls me. Something to do with my destiny is survival of the outcasts camp. Thought that was interesting. And then after that, he says he's giving me lots of favor, and he will raise me up, and called me a Joseph. I'm raising you up. To prepare. And this sounds like it's on the earth, like a Joseph, big storehouses of abundant grain and meat and whatever. So something to do with we're gonna supply storehouses with food, a lot to do with food, and that's the earthly thing. And then again in the heavenly realm, he said my different things is diamond, investigator, teacher, scroll reader, scroll writer, magistrate. And then he called me Daddy's girl. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is so cool. Great experience. And I feel like you belong here in Wichita, Kansas. Because, oh my goodness, on Friday, the Lord was just saying, you guys are Joseph. In fact, we had this little children's book that was found in the pew that I read to everyone that was Joseph, all about the storehouse and all of that stuff. And
wow.
Anyway, we were just talking about that with ourselves, but that's so cool. You're the writer of Destiny Scrolls. So here's the cool thing. You write them and I give them. So that's pretty awesome. Yay.
Yeah. I was thinking earlier when everybody said after they went to the conference, they moved there, and I was thinking, oh, that's dangerous. I might move countries then.
Yes, do it. We'd be super excited. Okay, so Kim and I, this is a side note, but we were in a grocery store yesterday and came across something from South Africa, and we're like, South Africa, we should buy it just because it's from South Africa and we love it so much and we want to be there right now. So this is how we would be hugging you and loving you all of the time if you were here, because we'd be, oh, we're South African. Love it. So cool. Thank you for sharing.
Christine, can I share something that I had in prayer on Saturday?
Of course.
Because I don't want to go out and sing. We have corporate prayer, and that's where God just kind of opens up visions. And we were singing, I just said, Lord, I seek your face. I want a daily walk with you. And I'm not big on hearts, but I saw this big heart. And at the top of the heart, there were stars. And then there was the blue stripe, and the bottom was red. And I thought, U.S. flag in the shape of a heart, which I thought was weird, but I ended up writing it down. And so I have the picture of it. And then after singing New Wine, New Power, I saw God's hands that were like this, and his fingertips were up like this. And at the top, there were little stars at the top. And then they were actually angels, and they were sent out across the United States. So then the heart that I'd seen 10 minutes before started opening up like this, and it flattened out. And all these angels, all the stars started going down all over and being sent all across the land. The angels were sent all across the land, and I asked them to put out the fires that may start as a little flicker that would cause harm, starting wildfire in California, redwood forest, or causing riots, to put out the fires that the enemy was trying to start, these sparks, And so I poured a pitcher, because he's trying to imitate the fire of the Lord, the fire that we're trying to be. The true fire of the Holy Spirit will not be quenched, even while water pours, like the altar. The prophet, was it Elijah, said, go ahead and pour water in the trenches and all over the sacrifice, and it's still going to come fire down from heaven. And so I saw it pouring water. It kept pouring more and more water to quench the enemy's plans, but God's plans were not quenched. And it went over the sacrifice, but fire came down from heaven, and we were united, not divided states.
That is so cool. We'll take it. Yes.
Oh, I saw fake fire, false fire was the enemy. I guess I said that.
Wow. That's cool. Laurel just said, Dottie, today someone said a tornado of water and the angels were keeping it from coming to the U.S. Huh. Wow. Pretty cool.
Yes, my name's Dorothy, and talking about tornadoes is, well, we won't worry about that. But anyway.
And you used to live in Kansas. That does not do well for you.
Yes. But my dogs were not little Totos. They were big, 90-pound mixed Rottweiler, German Shepherd, and a Golden Retriever.
How funny. Well, I'm going to share just one tiny thing I got. I'll tell you something funny that my problem, it's not a problem. It's a gift, but it's also can be a problem. Today it was a problem. I have a tendency to always focus in on other people. And so I started engaging, trying to see what he would show me for everybody else. And the Lord said, quit doing that and focus on yourself. And so I was like, oh, okay, right, of course. And so I just started going, okay, Lord, what do you want to show me for me? And he was showing me that, I don't know when exactly, but there's a time coming where people will need to be hidden in the Lord, and like hidden completely in the Lord. I think I said something about this a while ago, where there'll be a time where we need to engage really quickly. And anyway, the Lord showed me that I'm supposed to hide everyone who I know who needs help with that in my heart, and it will protect everyone. And it's basically those who can't do it themselves. And so I'm going to be practicing that, but that's just something that it's like, kind of like I'll take the blow for everybody else, if that makes sense. Not everyone in the world, but everyone who he shows me is in my heart. So anyway, that's what he was showing me about myself. And then I said, okay, now will you show me for everyone else? And he said, nope. And I was like, okay, well, that's a first. So I'm always focusing in on everybody else all the time. And I was, in fact, Dottie, because you sent me a private message about that, I was like, okay, show me about Dottie. And he's like, nope, not doing it. And I'm like, oh, okay, never mind, God. So anyway, sorry. All right, Christine, you have something. Unmute. Maybe.
But, okay.
There you go.
Okay, so yes, there was. God was showing me a couple of things. He did say hidden in the cleft of the rock, and what you were talking about, and yeah, and one thing he was, I was kind of coming in and out, and I smelled smoke, really in the physical, I smelled smoke. And then I just felt like that Yeshua was saying that some of you will see the Shekinah glory having been pulled out of the fire. And I don't know who that is for, but I just believe there's people here that Yeshua is pulling out of the fire, and you're going to be seeing the Shekinah glory. And I physically smelled smoke. So I'm just telling you that was what I had.
That's awesome. Thank you, Christine. All right, guys, it's already 4:01. So I'm going to, if you had something to share, save it for next week if you can. I want to give you one word. I need you to be pressing in, like really focusing in on the Lord, starting. Okay, so some of you, Yom Kippur's already started because it's sundown tonight until sundown tomorrow. And so for us here, it hasn't started yet, but for some of you on the other side of the world, it's already started. Today is a day of fasting. It's a day of coming and being clothed in purity. And so many people wear white on Yom Kippur because of that. And it's also really a time to repent. So we're talking about atonement. So we're accepting Yeshua's atoning sacrifice for us, okay, which we always do, but this is a specific day to focus on that. And so everyone, if you can, focus in especially today or tomorrow, depending on where you are, and let's just focus in, because also I will tell you, some of us on here got a word from the Lord of warning that the enemy is trying to do something pretty major on Tuesday. And so I don't know if that's everywhere in the world or just in the States, but what was going to happen later on, they're trying to do something major on Tuesday. So please be pressing in about what that means for you, if it's in your area, if what you need to do about it, if you need to go to battle, if you need to prepare in the natural, whatever it might be, just ask the Lord, what is this about? Because I think that it's awesome that it's the day after Yom Kippur, because we'll be so focused. It's like the Lord knows. So anyway, yeah, just press in about that and see. All right. Do you have dinner tonight if before sundown? Yes. So generally, now I'm not a religious person. You might think I am because I celebrate the feast, but I'm not really. And so I'm not terribly religious about it, but I'll be eating before sundown and fasting from food all the way until sundown tomorrow. But like, for instance, my little one, Neva, I don't feel like it's a good thing for her to fast from all food. So she's choosing things to fast from. And I think she decided on fasting from all carbs because she is a carb lover. And so anyway, do something that's close to your heart. If you don't feel like fasting from food or whatever, just do what the Lord leads you to do. Okay. But the important part is your heart being turned toward him. That's the most important thing. So yes, good. All right, we'll see you back next week. It will be Sukkot. Yay. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
All right.
Everybody.
Bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Byron. Au revoir, Yvonne. Irene.
Au revoir.
Bye, Sandy.
Byron.
Thank you. Bye-bye.